If you have yet to like, comment, or subscribe, make sure you do that now. We're going to start this off right by clearing the energy. All of my energy belongs to me. Allow me to continue to read energy accurately. And if it does not fit, allow it to return back to where it belongs, right? Anybody that watches this live or myself will not be bound by what we hear, but only guided towards where we need to be. Okay. Have that laying in the background. I bought my notebook today. You know, I like to write. So today is Reset Sunday. I just thought while my baby was asleep because we was up late. Let me start by telling you guys what happened last night and how it might play into this reading today. So around between the hours of 1 to 4. No, I still got green on my lips. Some of that shit stuck. Hold on. So between the hours of 1 to 4 in the morning, it was very foggy outside, right? It was like this mist. You could not see the buildings like how I could see them throughout the day. Hold on, let me get like this green off. Hold on. Because you know when you play in makeup, that should be hard to come off. Like, I would have had to put my face scrub on and stuff. And yeah, I don't, not every day, every other day, right? So let's get back to it. During, you know, the witching hours where people be up to their chaos and trying to send shit your way, and the moment where you're asleep, where you're at your most vulnerable point, right? It was a mist over where I'm at in Brooklyn. I'm not sure if it was throughout. Mind you, before I did my last live, I told you guys it was like the smell of smoke in the air. And then I seen a couple arguing or debating or whatever. Then between the hours of 3 and 4, this mist, it was very foggy. It did say fog, you know, in the Brooklyn area. But I was looking out the window and I'm up to 3, 4, me and my baby, 3, 4, 5 in the morning, not tired at all, you know, and something told me to remain up. So what I did is my cleansing, I lit my sage, I said my prayers and went from there. And then shortly after we were able to sleep. But I found the fog significant, right? The fact that I was unable to see, you know, like the bigger buildings I usually see with this fog. It was like, you know, in the movie The Mist or something, it was like almost giving that. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I felt this thought came to my head when this fog, when I'm looking out the window, I'm like, what the fuck, is 3, 4 in the morning? Why am I up? Why is he up? And why I can't see out my window? All you seen is like a police light. And I'm like, and it looks so dead and quiet out there, right? It gave me almost like a feeling of nobody was in the neighborhood, right? Anything that the mist touched, nobody was there. That's what it was given. So I believe that will be significant in today's read. Today is Reset Sunday, so we want to unfog our mind. We want to unfold our judgment. We want to uncloud our emotions, right? And have clarity. And I just have my journal for, you know. So let's start out by, so look, I just said unfog, letting go. So no more confusion. Epiphany. So somebody may have had an epiphany moment during last night between the hours of 3 and 5 o'clock in the morning. You may have officially decided to let go of something. You actually got clarity about a situation. So give me one for them. So between the hours of 3 and 4. Why do we always get this energy? I don't want to read it. I don't want to read it. Okay, give me one. We got 2 cards. The first one say soulmate, the second one say sexual. Like epiphany again. Okay, so somebody has had an epiphany about I'm assuming a sexual encounter, right? And maybe you needed to heal from something, or maybe your ancestral protected. Yes, so you're protected. Let's pick a few of these. What I'm gonna do today, I'm gonna just pick the cards in advance and then just, go from there. I freestyle. I can freestyle. I don't gotta see it to believe it. Like, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Today we're doing general reads for Sunday reset. Okay. Here we go. Look, biting off more than I could chew. And when y'all see me with my ring, oh, that's just amplified self-love. Like, I did not forget. The same way you don't forget your earrings or your purse, you don't forget that self-love. So this is a reminder, right? Hi, everyone. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up. We're about to get into the reading. Thank you for coming again and again. Showing support. We have a general message. Last night, I'm not sure anybody else noticed how foggy it was. Are you guys in the New York area? Because it was like this mist. It was this mist last night, and I was trying to figure out. We're going to pick 3 of these. Okay. And then we're going to, because we're playing with water cards today. What's going on? I've seen you before, YB. You was on one of my other lives. So. No, but I don't know you personally, but I remember your name from my, like one of my first few lives, Look at this one. Okay, we getting off to a good start. Look what we got. 9 of Cups. Come on. I'm just picking the cards in advance so I could read it all together and go with the flow, like, because that's what I'm getting today. Don't wait till the people get in here. Just the message will already come out. I'm guided to speak what you guys need to know. What we gonna do? What should we gonna do? Okay, there that Wheel of Fortune. That Wheel of Fortune been coming out all week. Okay, so right here we have. Somebody is healing from, somebody has connected with a soulmate, and a soulmate, but this is not giving like a friendship, a family soulmate, because we have multiple soulmates, right? This is giving relationship wise because it says sexual. You may have had an epiphany about this situation or this encounter you had with the soulmate, and you're deciding to heal. Just know that you're protected in this time, and you're being led in the right direction when it comes to your heart space, right? Who you should open your heart up to, who doesn't belong, and so on. You realizing that you were under some type of illusion, some type of breadcrumbing situation. People call it a spell, but technically that's what it is. A narcissistic pattern, right? Between the empath and the narcissist, where one is the giver, one is the receiver, and there's no reciprocation. So although you was led out of this situation. So this is past tense. I don't know why the past is relevant in this situation, but the past is playing a big part in you moving forward, right? If you hadn't been through that, you would not have had clarity on this situation, because you've been along the roundabout, maybe more than once, right? Maybe 4 times. Yeah, you do have ancestral protection, because they're leading you to a place of completion, where you feel whole again, where you start to feel like yourself, where you start to get your rhythm back. And as you focus on yourself, your heart is healing. You're putting your own heart back together, right? You didn't sit there and wait for nobody else. You're being free from a toxic relationship or addiction, meaning something had a stronghold over you, and it don't matter how hard you tried, it would not loosen its grip, right? But because this Wheel of Fortune, the Nine of Cups came out, that's telling me that you're not broken anymore. You may contemplate on like, oh, I still need to do this, I still need to heal that. But no, that's not the case. You already healed from the situation. And proof that you've healed from the situation is because they already led you out of it, right? So you just retaining the memory, the lesson, so that you can apply it moving forward. Not to self-sabotage, but to be careful and remain skeptical when need be, right? Whatever the occasion calls for. But because you were let out of this, you are in a season where you are prosperous, right? You should not, yeah, people can attempt, but it will not touch you like how it did in the past. That's what I'm getting. Because this wheel has turned, things are being exposed. The fact that I saw fog between the hours of 3 and 4 in the morning, and I'm trying to see clearly. The scary part about this I'm getting is that you're unable to see your future clearly, right? You might be unable to see like which direction you're going in, but because you have this ancestral protection, they aren't leading you astray. It's not meant for you to see everything, because I'm hearing surprise, right? Nine of Cups not going to come out if you don't got more shit on the way, or if you aren't already abundant, right? Whatever you made it out of that chaos and that fog with is what will actually multiply and bring you this winning energy. We're not talking about towers. They wanted me to bring up the past only because this is what, that way you could remember where you came from, right? And it'll be a point where you're not even thinking about that anymore. You're not dwelling on it, but you're using that as stepping stones to get you closer and closer. It's not a matter of waiting. See, I always talk about people when they give advice or whatever, or do readings. I'm not shitting on nobody, but a lot of people have others waiting on luck, making them think just sit right there, say a prayer, and it'll come. Let me tell you, shit do come without you having to do anything sometimes. But when you have to take those steps to focus, to remain tunnel vision, so you do not nothing else get your unnecessary attention, right? Because things that we pay attention to sometimes grow. So what are you paying attention to at this time? It's telling me that you already focused and you're not worried about shit else. You trying to find the answers, right? More and more, but things aren't being revealed to you for a reason, because it's an excited energy. It's giving surprise. Like, it's giving, you don't need to know this time. Maybe in the past year, but this time you don't need to know, because they want you to be genuinely surprised. And you being surprised, it invokes that emotion of gratefulness. Gratefulness fills your heart. Gratefulness attracts more blessings, right? Yeah, I can do readings, but they're like it depends. What's today? Let's see. Today is Reset Sunday. Today is the 8th. So we doing $8 readings, personal reads. I don't need birthdays. I don't need names. I don't need address. All you have to do is ask your question, and your question will be answered. So I'll do like 3 questions for $8. I could pin my Cash App if you guys are interested. And because this King of Wands energy come out, right, that's giving rapid manifestation. It's not giving, and make sure you guys hit the thumbs up, because we trying to get out. My watch hours been really going up, and I'm so proud of myself. I'm hearing you should be proud of yourself too, because you're remaining focused, and you're, like I say, somebody was trying to get clarity, because last night for me seeing that fog out my window, and I'm up to 3, 4, 5 in the morning. My baby was up as well. And I just keep going back to the window. I'm like, let me clean. Let me just focus on what I'm doing instead of focusing on this fog, right? This is giving you're in tune with your sexual energy, your sacred energy. You were healing your root chakra, and you continue. Nobody's fully healed, right? But you are in a place of healing. You've overcame a lot of things. There's a lot more that need to go, right? You need to experience what true love is. You need to experience. You still have a lot to experience. You made it through that storm, through the biggest storm you would probably ever go through, right? Or the most earth-shattering things you could possibly go through. And some people may not believe it when it comes, like, that's why you probably don't share your story. But I'm hearing, yeah, that's probably the worst you'll go through. You went through that shit already. From here is like, sit back and be surprised, you know. You have to. Yeah, you came out this, let me see, you came, because the Hangman came out. But so you're fighting this urge to be, remember that Hangman energy when you're stagnant and thinking too much in your head, contemplating. You're fighting that. The Knight of Swords came out right after you see it come up to the surface, and you like, boom. Nope, you do something to reroute yourself. You do something to get yourself out that energy. And trust is working, because it wouldn't have came out. You guys, if you guys are coming in, I'm gonna pin my the details about the readings that I want. Yeah, stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, flexibility. So you're becoming more flexible with yourself. And somebody may be taking a trip to maybe Florida. I just left Florida, but you may be taking a trip where it's palm trees, Cali. Because I've been picking up on Cali lately. Like, I don't understand why I can't write anything on my live. Give me a second. Chat filter. Yeah, make sure you guys guard your privacy. How can I write in the chat if I don't see it? I might have to restart this. Okay, so I just put ask one question. It's no answer. I don't know if like that'll actually work, but okay, so yeah, you guys are able to ask one question while we're on this live, and I will answer it to the best of my knowledge. But whoever energy this is in, you good. Like, you've already, like I said, overcame most of the hardest things you will probably ever go through. So you're just being told now to sit back and be surprised, right? You don't gotta predict everything. And you know, if you like intuitive and you actually use your discernment, like, should I tell you? Should I tell you what it is? Should I tell you what it is? Like, this not gonna come out when I say sit back and be surprised. Should I tell you what it is? Like, come on. And I'm hearing, because you know it's gonna be hard to believe for some because of the state of the world, right? But you're being told to not pay too much attention to. Yeah, you still got to be vigilant of your surroundings, but your main focus, you're going to see God work in this season. You're going to see him bless you in the midst of the storm, right? You're going to see you be unscathed by the destruction that's going on around you. You are going to see people fade away out your life. You're going to see things come into your life, right? And you probably won't even realize it while all of this is happening. All these blessings are coming in, and all these epiphanies and revelations are happening. And you're going to be so busy that you don't have time to focus on the negative, right? And that's a good thing. I'd rather focus on good busy than toxic busy, right? So you're going to be so focused on all of these blessings you have in your life, this newfound stability, that after coming out this, Hangman Hermit energy, that you don't even want to pay attention. You don't even realize what's going on around you. Right now, you realize it because you have more time on your hands. But I'm hearing time. Time. If you go by the construct of time, you're not gonna be worried about time no more. The star, you are the star. What you say goes, right? You are the person that lead people on the path they need to be on. So just them being able, that's very sacred. If you are in the star energy, anybody that comes around you in this season they are there to take, but for the good reason. They not there to take and drain. It's a difference. We all have something to give somebody else, whether it's time, money, understanding, love, patience, advice, right? Because we have experienced something. It's always crazy because after you get through something, you always meet somebody who is in it, and you are forced to. That's why, like, okay, the past, you remembering it is not forgive and forget, right? Is you always remember. It will never leave you because these are earth-shattering, tragic things that happen, so you never forget. But it's your job to remember. Yesterday I was picking up on remember. It's your job to remember, because when that person comes your way that's in that situation, they will come across your path, so you can be that person you never had, right? You didn't have nobody to tell you, oh, this is what it is, this is what it ain't, or this is what you should do, and genuinely gave a fuck, right? They all had their own intentions, or they just wanted to make it sound good, like they was caring, right? And some of you may have had people that generally care, but just didn't know what to say, and they pretended like they knew. That's just as bad as the nigga that knows and tell you some dumb shit, instead of just keeping it buck, like, I'm not aware of, how you should handle the situation, but maybe I could point you in a direction, right? So they just as bad, like a fool, But you're gonna be able to impact other people's lives for the better. It may be some shit they don't want to hear, like detach from that environment you're in. It may be some shit like stop hanging out with those friends. It may be some shit like you need to quit drinking or quit smoking. It may be some shit like that. But trust, you're gonna the people that come across your path now, they aren't there to drain you. They aren't. You have a lot of guidance you could give people. You have a lot of love, but God will let you know who you can give that to. You don't just pour it out freely anymore. You don't just understand fuckery, right? Because we don't interfere. When the universe steps in, that's the last person you don't want to interfere. Because they'll pop you on your fucking hand and be like, I told you, mind your business, right? It's a time to mind your... See, people get it confused. Remember, balance, right? I always speak about balance. And I should get them Libra tatted somewhere eventually. We always speak about balance, but it's a time to not mind your business, and it's a time to mind your business. When it's pertaining to innocent children, you don't mind your business. You stand up for what's right, because they don't have the strength. They don't have the life skills really to know how to protect themselves. So you speak up. Look at the position Amy Luciani just... And it's crazy because those that laugh, they laugh last, right? They was the first ones to laugh and cool. Hi, Sherilyn. Shaylin, I said Sherilyn. Hi, Shaylin. Thank you for joining the live. What's going on? But yeah, I was trying not to get distracted while I'm doing this, because I want to stay in tune. But yeah, I see what just happened to Amy. When I seen that yesterday, if you don't know, she married Dwight Howard, but I've been knew her from when this celebrity gossip, but when she was with Mozzie, right? Because I used to watch them on YouTube. That's how I found out about them, when I was just a watcher and contemplating about getting on YouTube. Now today, she's crying because when the universe force you to stand up for what's right, you're not forced, you have free will, but they'll put you in a position that goes against your morals, where you it's not in you to not stand up for what's right. And you may wind up looking like the fool. My kid is not nowhere around me. Yeah, like I said, it's a time to mind your business, and it's a time not. So my baby's sleeping. He's resting. But yeah, she was forced to stand up for what's right, because it wasn't in her to go against a child's safety, right? and stand up for herself. Most of all, she was being tested. So that applies to all of us. It's the universe. You either gonna do it freely, or I cuss around him. But still, I cuss around him. I'm his mother. I'm human. Like I said, I'm still growing in certain areas. Like, it's nothing perfect. He's around me 24/7. I'm not gonna be. It takes time to get to a certain place. You get what I'm saying? Even if he was around me, so what? Like, it's a word. You know, it doesn't matter. I said I'm trying, so that means intentionally. I'm doing it when I'm in my zone and doing a reading. I'm talking to you guys. So, and the fact that I made sure to come on live while he was asleep, because I don't even like him around this energy anyway. But when I'm in the zone, you in the zone, like. But if it's intentional, like where I'm thinking about when I'm disciplining him, I'm gonna, first of all, I discipline myself when it comes to popping him and how I discipline him, right? So if you're not disciplined, who are you to discipline anybody? But I had my baby later in age, so trust, because you guys have probably been through. This is why we've had the parents we've had, because they were still children themselves. You know, don't judge, because it don't matter if you cuss around your kids. Sometimes they'll turn out doing the right thing, right? It's not do as I say, not do as I do as I say, right? But I also lead him by my actions, so. We're not going to stay too much, but that does go into the topic. Actually, that definitely goes into the topic on being aware of your surroundings. We spoke about this, right? Be aware of your surroundings. Just because you healed from things don't mean you got to be laxed, right? If you're in the jungle, you still gonna look over your shoulder. Niggas think they're gonna go to the jungle and niggas, tigers, bears, lions, all type of stuff in the jungle. You know, you're not gonna just be like, oh shit, sweet, because I'm blessed. No, you still have to do your part. You still have to do your part. Make sure you guys thumbs up if you ain't here. Let me get a card or something, because you know there's energy about the shift when they start coming in. Okay, then we got the Seven of Cups. So that's giving me is different options. Some are false. Usually that card in any other deck has like a snake, a pearls, a fucking ghost in one. Like, so that Seven of Cups is giving me opportunities, like options. It's different routes you could take to do something, right? What is this something that they're doing, right? What is this something that they're doing? Oh, it's different options in love. I mean, I'm like in love because I see the picture in finances, right? So it's different options you could take, but some of these options will not benefit you. So just because you have options don't mean all of them aren't like, oh my God, they're all blessings. Like, no, you still got to decipher which ones are for you and which one, okay, I'm not doing it for that, right? I'm doing it because I want to do it and I'm called to do it. So there is a difference. I don't do anything for validation. And people were watching, they come in and out, you know. How about you leave and make it 0? They will still watch it back, trust. Go look at my shorts. Yeah, so Knight of Pentacles. So this is, some are premature. The fact that you got the Seven of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and then the Knight of, they say not Nav of Pentacles, but yeah, so this is saying you might choose a option that doesn't serve you, but it would just be another learning lesson, right? Thank you to the 2 people watching. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Yeah, this one of those options may be premature, so just no. A lot of people love me, actually. You could get off my page. How about that? Matter of fact, let me hide you. We don't give energy to shit that is beneath me. Like, let's keep it about. Goodbye. Because people come in here. Hi, Boogie. Give me kisses. You okay? You up? Ew, I'm on live. You okay? Come off the camera. You don't got no pajamas. Oh yeah, but I don't get it. People come on here, ask for shout outs, and but nobody like that's why I pick up on this troll energy when I it says low vibration. That's what it gives, you know. I'm just doing a general reading, but yeah, one of these options. Oh, and that was been the start. One of these options will be premature. Like, damn, can I shuffle? Meaning you should not take that, right? It's from this person that is trying to give an illusion of a genuine opportunity, but it's only to get next to you. Yeah, you need to balance that shit out, level it out. You had a good sleep? It's only to balance it out. How's your day going? My day is going good. I'm just chilling. It's Reset Sunday, so today we're gonna be doing cleaning videos and all of that. Why you? Don't pull mommy thing off. Thank you. I said don't pull mommy thing off. Stop pulling my hair. Stop pulling my scarf, Rajah. Go over there. Stop pulling my scarf. Go get your baba. Stop pulling me. I'm about to come off. He snatching me up from the back. Like, stop, Rajah. Stop pulling my scarf. Come off the camera. Yeah, so and I seen the tennis was that's giving like the fact that I said this person is gonna come in with a fake ass opportunity, like if they're trying to help and they're planning on betraying you, they're planning on making you a laughing stock, they're planning on maybe it was like not a bet, but maybe it was like oh, let me see if I could get this person to come out of character, out their skin, right? Because the Knight of Wands is giving that sexual energy in this case, and we picked up on like these opportunities, but it's giving that all, and I put emphasis on all of them are not good. So it's your job to see this shit coming and nip that shit in the bud, right? Nobody's coming for anything good with the Ten of Swords energy. You know, that's not a good sign. That's saying you have ulterior motives. And we could, but because of what you've been through, you could see that coming. Stop pulling my scarf. Why are you mad because you can't pull my scarf? Why are you pulling my scarf? Yeah, maybe coming to unmask you or trying to like say this is a facade. This is not really them. Maybe they may be coming to do that, trying to prove you wrong, right? Trying to call your bluff. When that's you are who you say you are. You are who you present yourself as, you know. It takes too much energy to lie about who you are. When you did so much work on yourself and just evolve, that's what it really is. Like, oh, this healing is an illusion. Maybe they wanna. Maybe this is an ex or. Is this an ex or like new energy? Let me know. Because it is giving the Tower. So somebody you had a Tower with in the past already. So it's giving previous energy. So somebody you already had, like not today. Somebody you had history with or spent time with, you know. They're probably trying to come and play games again or break from and try to do you in another time, because the first time it worked, obviously, because you're still standing, right? But yeah, you're gonna smell this shit from a year before. Like you already knew this shit was coming your way, so you just been preparing for it, right? They don't realize. Be lighthearted, finding out things come to light, adapt, change, heal. So yes, these things already came to the light. That's what I picked up on. They already came to the light. So you already know this person's character. They would try to offer you love, but is this a hill? Stop pulling my scarf. Stop pulling my scarf. See, he doing too much. He trying to get me out my character. That's what that person is trying. That's what I say when I do these readings. He don't need to be nowhere in sight. Yeah, they might try to be offering you this love, but I'm not hearing it's generic. Like, it's imitation. It's just something you need to say good riddance to. Even though you do, they keep trying to come back into your energy and trample over your boundaries. Go get your baba. Because you don't, you don't pull my scarf. You know you're not supposed to do that. I don't understand why you just came up to me and did that. That's what I'm saying. When I'm doing these, energy is real every time. Babies don't know how to transmute energy, right? That doesn't mean I'm not gonna do what God wants me to do or what I'm naturally gifted at doing. Because I was picking up before I knew what a tarot card was. I was picking up on energy before I even knew how to read it. I didn't remember. I learned this shit along the way. I was born like this. So, but the fact that I'm a mommy now and what's the? Hold on, you guys. Hold on, y'all. I have to fix him something to drink. He just woke up. You want some soda? I'll be right back. Give me a second. Here, Buggy. Yeah. And you got your A to your thing right there, okay? Okay. Drink it. Got your soda. And you got your meat and your egg. I'm almost finished. I'm gonna come check on you. Okay, I'm back. And let me just give you guys an example, because you see somebody had came on here started talking about my child. I don't understand, and that's why before I already sent that shit back, because it don't affect us, right? They can attempt, and he would sleep peacefully. As soon as they mentioned him, he woke up and all of this shit. Nothing comes against me or my child, so he's calm, he's chill. It still will not distract me from getting what I need to get out. You know, I'm here. You need to call somebody, make a phone call. Let me finish tuning into this because it was going real good. I had to put the card. I'm like, that was just one reading. Like, I'm gonna be on here for when it hit an hour. So make sure y'all put that thumbs up if it resonates. Yeah, I'm hearing nothing can stop you. Like, one thing about you, you stay focused. You stay focused on the task at hand. I'm hearing somebody look. So we spoke about this person trying to come in and give illusions and shit. This person's a fucking thief. This person is a thief. And they're trying to portray this theft as love. Like, I don't know, what is it they're trying. Oh, they're trying to steal your abundance, right? Under the guise or disguise of the illusion of love. Like, no, I really genuinely love you, and I've been thinking and all of this whole time. They trying to come back and steal and do you in, like, because they know you're in this abundant energy, right? And they believe it'll make them abundant, but they need to go heal. They need to go heal themselves instead of trying to take from the nearest person. Like, they see you as a target, they see you as easy access, but you're in that Ace of Swords energy. Like, you cut through any bullshit. You're very protective of yourself. You're very y'all seen that bang on the wall? You're very protective. I used to have this neighbor when I lived on DeKalb, and this bitch would start banging on the wall out the blue. And it was like become battle or who could bang on the wall. So one day I didn't fucking slap the shit out this bitch, almost pepper spray her. And she was an older bitch with one little arm and stuff. And I'm like, oh, that bitch was a witch. Because when she first moved into the building, she offered me ice cream, like sherbet. I'm lactose intolerant, so I was a teenager. She offered me sherbet. I was in this toxic relationship, and I'm like, oh, thank you, like. But at that time, I didn't know you can't just accept gifts from anybody. And I ate some of that sherbet. Something said throw it out. I had it in the freezer for so long, and I wound up throwing it out. Once I threw that sherbet out, she started attacking. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what's your issue? I don't know you. Like, she's talking about you're banging on my. I'm like, bitch, you're crazy. Like, why would me, as I'm barely home, I work, come back, like. But it was only tactics to try to stop me on what I was doing at the moment. And that's what that bang reminded me of. But yeah, this person needs to go heal because you're abundant. It's not a we thing, it's a me thing, right? Like, you're the abundant one, they aren't. But you in that, like I said, you're in that Ace of Swords energy, so you cutting through all that illusions. You will not fall for no traps anymore, right? You're willing to wait for this Emperor energy to come into your life. You're willing to wait. You're willing to wait, and you choosing up now, right? Because maybe in the past they chose up, so now you deciding to choose up for yourself. And I'm hearing you'll get further like that too. Just choose you every time. If it's complex, fuck it. You may have missed out, right? So what? But you chose you. Anytime you get confused about which direction to go, choose you every time. There's your answer. It's that simple. People be worried about being in a relationship or being in attachments that don't serve them instead of doing the work. Like, I know plenty of people who always worried about a nigga, always worried about a woman, but not worried about getting in a bag, how to flip that bag, make a bigger bag. Like, and they never worried about how to double their finances or upgrade their stability, but they always worried about a man or a woman. Worry about yourself for once. You know how many people I stopped giving advice. I stopped. Guess what? Because it started to drain me. I even, when I was in the shelter, before I moved in this apartment last year, and when I moved here, July, or I think April 1st, April, May, March, April. Yeah, April. Around that first week of April, I moved in here, and it's this girl I know, and she reminded me I've already overcame that and removed them type of people. You see how I was like, because it was draining. You know, people have to get tired of hearing their own bullshit, and then they'll start repeating it. Actually, decide to take action towards what they know they need to do. Right? Oh, thank you. You wanted to give mommy her laptop? Thank you. So sweet of you, Bucket Bakey. Yeah. You're willing to wait for that Emperor energy. You're not just any old body, right? You're the magician. You create. You the one that says what goals and have authority over your life. Of course, you have free will, and we already know God is the head of everything, but you have free will. So you decide which direction you go. You can't do what everybody else do, you know. It never goes as planned, because once you unalign, that should have throw your whole life off. So, and I'm hearing this person had tried to play God in your life, maybe tried to do little things behind the scenes and say it was God. Oh, look at God punishing her or him, right? But it was really them doing shit behind the scenes to fuck up your flow. Yeah, you brought death to that situation. You like, no more. Nobody can play in your face or your energy or with your time. You made some significant changes. There's a lot of swords. That's getting snipped. I'm getting you're the cut off queen, cut off king. Oh, I don't need a name. Where you get a choice. I'm hearing cut off queen, cut off king. I don't need none of that information. All I need is the question. You know, I'm hidden. I'm hearing You're the cutoff queen, cutoff king. Like, you don't play that shit. Once you even... What happened? What happened? What happened? You want to change it? What happened? Why you screaming? What happened? Put the TV on in the living room. Let me see your lip. Mommy about to come. I'm gonna finish up. Let me answer this question for them. Should this person what they have? Are you sure it's a legit opportunity? No, I don't. But I don't need nobody name. If you ask a question, I could give you the answer. You know, I don't, like I mentioned in a previous live. Make sure y'all put that thumbs up too. I don't need names, birthdays, none of that. Ask a question. Whatever comes up while you on here, that's what it is. Like, you know, the Chariot, Knight of Pentacles. I'm hearing this a start. Cause you know that Knight of Pentacles energy, like that's starting off small. So you probably expecting like, oh, this shit about to take me to like, yeah, eventually, but this is something you have to learn along the way. So I'm hearing no. Yeah, you had the Knight of Knight of Pentacles again. It's giving Knight energy. So I'm hearing no. Maybe you need to meet some type of qualifications. Yeah, it's giving no. And I'm not gonna just tell you what you want. That's what the card said. I picked the card for you. Cause you know a knight, he's not a king, he's not a it's like the Joker of the deck. He's learning. He make decisions that prematurely, right? Before his time, before he's supposed to, or before she's supposed to. So I'm hearing no. Why you did that to my card? Epiphany. You may have an epiphany about something, about this opportunity, like, and realize what you need to do to be prepared for it in the future. But now, no. Yeah, I'm Queen of Swords. You know, she speaks the truth. Like, maybe that's my enemy, but she speaks the truth. She keeps it real with herself, along with other people. So I'm hearing you'll have an epiphany about the situation and realize why you may not get this opportunity. That's what I'm getting. Let me know how it turns out when Thursday come around. I'm hearing now. Okay, let's pick a next one. Yeah, just let me know. Come back and let me know how it worked out. Like, and that's not, you know, that's just, look, I could show you the cards just so you know. You have the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. This represents truth. This represents, you know, doing things prematurely from what I'm picking up. You may have to start out doing something before, and you'll know what that is in order to get this advanced opportunity. You don't just go straight to advance. You know, it's levels to this. There's steps to this. Oh, I'm getting countdown. Somebody counting down, waiting for something. It's giving countdown because I see 3, 2, 1. Like, somebody counting down, waiting for something. I don't know, waiting for what? Like, are they receiving what? News, income, opportunity? Like, what is this? About this thief of love. Oh, you might be, look, he threw all my cards. You might be waiting on this person to come in so you could cut the fucking head off of the snake, right? Right. You like, right. Okay, we're out, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'm not gonna stay the full hour because he's up. So yeah. Make sure you like,